up next. Let them think you finna chest. Let them think you finna flex. Let them think you really about to get a check. Let them think you'll be a legend on the west. Cause I need a new crash.
Well, I didn't want to rap. That wasn't my goal. That wasn't the lane I wanted to be in. I don't like the spotlight. I didn't want to be on stage. I didn't want to be in front of people. I never like people looking at me like that. But so I was just making beats, engineering, recording the homies and stuff. But I don't know. I just started rapping better than everybody. So
what age was you? What about when you first?
I was making beats. I was in middle school, like 6th grade. But rapping, probably like 19 or 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a freshman at Grossmont College. Yeah. My main advice though that I give kids or anybody that's trying to do this, if you're not willing to sleep in your car for years just to make this happen, if you're not willing to eat top ramen for like 5 years straight, if you got a problem struggling, if you can't poke your chest out through the struggle, it's not for you. It's not for you at all. You gotta be ready to be broke, be hungry, all of that. And life is not a rap video at all. Everything you're seeing, that ain't it. That's 3 minutes. This 24 hours in a day. That's not life at all. You feel me? So yeah, you gotta be prepared to struggle. You gotta get comfortable in the struggle. I've been doing this for years. I feel like I'm just getting cracking. So yeah, you gotta stay down. You gotta stay down before you can come up for real. Gotta stay down for the come up. For sure, for sure.
In my real life though, I like to claim them down. I didn't claim them. Now we look famous. So I really claim them down. Little weirdo.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How everybody doing today? Y'all good, kids? Y'all alright? Y'all in good spirits? Yeah, y'all ready to perform? Yeah. What's up? I'm your host today, Brian Anthony, along with my boy.
No, we're not.
Hey, pleasure for y'all to be with us today. So, yeah, we gonna get this going. Kids, relax, have a good time. You know, don't take it so serious. It's serious, but we having fun at the same time. Adults, please cheer on the youngest. Everybody needs some encouragement. This is not the Apollo. This is not the Apollo.
Hi, I'm Carson Cooper. I'm 13 years old and I dance at the Origin Dance Academy. Here we do hip hop dance and I style in mostly whacking. I teach TikTok Tuesdays here. It's very great. Love dancing at the city.
I'm Miguel, I'm 20, and I've been with Origin since 2017.
I'm Gio, I'm 19, and I've been with the Origin since I was 13 years old.
I used to dance as a kid, just like mess around. I joined a high school dance team, and I guess I got hooked. Once I kind of almost graduated, I just found a class that the Origin was doing, and I just came to it, and they're like, "Oh, bro, you're cool. You should join the team." And I was like, "Okay." That was pretty much it.
I've been dancing all my life because my whole family was raised on like street dance, and I fell in love with the street dance style. Like from Michael Jackson to Bobby Brown to all the classic artists from like the 80s and 90s. And I grew up to like 13 years old, and I found this place, and it turns out they're having an audition, and I auditioned for it.
Reach one.
Money motivated, gotta feed a nation. Teach you how to fish, and after this you do the same thing. Ever heard a man so moose about to do the same thing? Had to make it through the drop, now y'all gon' watch me rain down.
Thank you for having me. My name is Carlton Overstreet Jr., and I'm glad to be a part of this year's Hip Hop Youth Summit put on by Paving Great Futures. To all of our aspiring young talent, producers, momagers, and industry professionals, Keep God first. That is the #1 rule. Stay in a safe space. Protect your energy. Be very mindful of your environment, especially when you are creating. You do not want distractions around you. Otherwise, you won't be able to work with me. Carry on.
Little J.
This Lil J tune and featuring Lil John, Beto Price out.
Hey, what's up to all my Southeast nephews and nieces? It's your Uncle Mitchie Slick. Listen, me and the whole staff at Wrong Kind Records, we just want y'all to know, along with Paving Great Futures, y'all got our support in taking the Southeast to the next millennium. Listen, y'all, it started with us, but the future of it depends on y'all. All the youngsters, listen, whatever y'all got your mindset on, y'all can do, and just know the Southeast is counting on you, and you got our support. Much love from Mitchie Slick. Yeah, that, and clack, clack.
All right, Roberto, who we got next?
I knew you was hype, bro.
Shout out to Lil J. Never go home. Next we got J Most. J Most, come to the stage, do your thing. Waiting on J Most. Okay, there he is. There he is. Yeah.
I took a long time, already know I hit some turkeys. I put my chest into the snakes, they playing free. Yeah, you do the most, and when you couldn't comprehend. Living the life that I live, I wouldn't recommend. My brothers out the box, stuck in the cunning. Just another case of swimming in the deep end. Mentally trapped on the daily fighting demons. My heart really cold, but my soul feel like leaving. Jesus, what is the reason for this treatment? Jesus, why is it treason in my reason? I I was surrounded by the snakes, so I had to cut the grass. Gotta put yourself first, they'll always put you last. I was down bad when you was up in your bed. I was sliding close, you was riding first class. I'm trying to just down so I can say I keep it global. They know I get around like the US Post. Don't hit me on my money when I blow up. You know, at the read from your locals. That's why I'm after social. Yeah, that's why I'm after social. Yeah, that's why I'm after social. If you ain't trying to keep it global, then don't hit me on my mobile. If you ain't trying to keep it global, then don't hit me on my mobile. Did his thing. My guy came with the bars though. Was y'all catching them bars though? He was letting them go. He was letting them go.
The kids that's in your neighborhood, the kids that's living next door to you, the young people that you may cross their path, give them a good word of encouragement and lead them down that right path. Because this path of destruction is not good. It was not good for us, it's not good for them. You know what I mean? So we gotta think like,
All right, next up, we got the Playground Preacher. Okay, that's hey, with a name like that, you know they coming in cold, man. You know they coming in cold.
We're called the Playground Preacher! When I say keep it, you say global. Keep it! Keep it! Praise God! PGP, we're keeping it global. Keeping it global, that's what we do. Playground Preachers, that's my crew. It's all about Jesus when we come through. And I thought you knew. We're keeping it global. We're keeping it global. We're keeping it global. We're keeping it global. Keeping it global, that's what we do. Playground Preachers, that's my crew. It's all about Jesus when we come through. And I thought you knew. We're keeping it global. We're keeping it global. We're keeping it global. Keeping it global. ABC, 1, 2, 3, PGP, that's my team. ABC, 1, 2, 3, PGP, that's my team. ABC, 1, 2, 3, that's my team.
Hey, give it up for the Playground Preachers, man.
You're making it soft for the taking, no, you can't afford it. I got the confidence, they got the opulence, I got the money that they've always wanted. Trying to shoot, stuck in the coop, head cut off running in the morning. Damn, ain't that really something? All that potential really something.
Charlie, that's
What's poppin'? You already know what it is, bro. Delafire, aka Del, aka Hookmaster Jazz Jr. Already know.
Hookmaster Jr. Alright, hey, tell us about your experiences in the Hip Hop Summit in the past, what you're doing now with your music career. Let us know. Late stage to the shoot.
So, man. So, I was in the Hip Hop Summit twice. And I lost both of those times. Both those times I lost to 30 folks. I lost to both of those times, right? And now I'm working with her. She records at the studio I make beats at. So it's amazing. But ever since then, I realized that I want to do music production. And since then, man, it's been about a year later, like since I started doing it in like the industry and stuff. I've been doing music production for like 5 years, 4 years, but now I'm taking it much more seriously. And it's so crazy to like see how much my music has evolved from there. Like now I'm working with different artists. Now I'm like making my own stuff, not even in rapping, I'm singing now. You know, and I've done various stuff, like I performed in Carnegie Hall, you know, I choreographed a dance group. I've done all these things in music, but now I'm starting to do my own thing and starting to master my own craft, you know, and I'm really excited to see where stuff goes from there, man.
All right, next we got.
Next up to the stage, we got Deleon Crouch Jr.
Now young crowds join us in the stage. Come on, big dog.
Like I preach, little DJ, keeping it global. I go to school, make sure I'm not a little fool. I got Jesus rules. You call me DJ, it's cool, and you know it's true. I got my little DJ, and I keep it global. You know that it's true, cause he's a mobile. I keep on rapping, that's what I do. Like I'm preacher, that's my crew. They on my back, like tippy toes. Know that this flow, you know how I go. No, I'm finna show, we wanna go. You know this true, cause I'm rapping all these hard. You know that he's a one hard. You know I keep on rapping till I stop. I forgot some of my stuff, but that's just fine. I keep on going, that's what he said one time. He's the one to go. I be messing up, that's no go. BB going back and forth, just let you know. You can record.
Hey, guys, you remember doing this thing? Also part of the playground preaching, right? Hey, they brought the whole squad out. They brought out the whole family.
Yo, what's up, guys? Brandon Stepp, Sean Graham, Joseph Mack. We are the David's Harm Foundation. Shout out to Paving Great Futures and the Youth Hip Hop Summit.
Yeah, so this year we had a great time. It was a great turnout. It was an honor to be there to judge on behalf of Paving Great Futures and also in support of the youth. Man, there was some talent in the building, so can't wait to see who's going to win the competition and all that good money. So,
well, we'll look forward to seeing y'all next year, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
We out.
The contest heating up. Yeah. Who we got next?
So next up we got Alex Crouch, man. We waiting for you. That's it. Yeah. Ready to go crazy.
Let's get it. Okay. There was a girl named Alex that liked to rap. She would spit her tracks all across the map. She was all about Jesus and that's a fact. She'll rap in France and Japan, even though she was American. She was tight, she rap with the mic in her hand. From Alaska to Africa and Canada, she was a pro with the flow, not an amateur. You don't want it better, cause she an amateur. But she always come in looking like an ambulance. She's from San Diego, she's lovely. But when it comes to flow, she's keeping it global. She's keeping it global. Can't you see that she's global? She's keeping it global. Tell them all that she's loyal. She's keeping it global. Can't you see that she's global? She's keeping it global. Tell them all that she's loyal.
Give it up for Alex. Give it up for Alex.
Jonah Christian. I'm a platinum producer from San Diego, California, and you are at the Hip Hop Youth Leadership Summit, which means you are the future. So make sure you pay attention. Keep making that music, you know what I mean? And stay true to yourself when you're doing it, you know? It's life is crazy, and there's a lot of people that do this. I would say make sure your story is unique. And, you know, stay true to your craft, always continue growing, continue getting better, and be a good person, you know, and as long as you stick to those general rules and you don't give up, good things will happen. Sending love, and I hope you guys are having a great time. All right? Take care. Peace.
Lil Will, man, you up next. Lil Will. Okay, there he is, there he is.
Every day I just ball like crazy. I set the ball like Jay-Z. I turn my money to my savings. Lil' Will, yeah, I ball like crazy. Every day I just ball like crazy. I set the ball like Jay-Z. I turn my money to my savings. Lil' Will, yeah, I ball like crazy. Like something I'm a strong kid. Can't wait until my dad gotta make it big. Gucci P with the fresh kids. Every time you see me, I be drip drip. I make my money, then I make it flip, legit. I'm a kid with the coolest kicks, it is. I keep it global, no cap. I got the money in the back, it's a rap, that's facts. All these people laying down like grizzlies, but they getting fizzy though. You sure already know that we making money though. Got too much ice like I'm Jack Frost though. Every day I just ball like crazy. I set the ball like Jay-Z. I turn my money to my savings. Lil' Will, yeah, I ball like crazy. Every day I just ball like crazy. I set the ball like Jay-Z. I turn my money to my savings. Lil' Will, yeah, I ball like crazy. Ball like. I'm in a ball like. And then I start just do it. Just do it like Jordan. Catch me at night and I'm balling in the morning. I'm balling, shot calling, I'm scoring, you snoring, and boring.
Hey, make some noise. Boy was walking on them beats. Oh, nah.
You get a stang on that. Hey, was you freestyling at the end? You was freestyling? Okay. He not playing. I said the board like James. Ooh. That boy went crazy.
I saw her in between classes, the same class, performing her naps, and heart nearly collapsed as she passed by. I asked my mother what up on the pro scene when she was obviously out of my league. So a believer received a reprieve from that old rejection. I asked her how she was doing. She said fine. I said I know. She left me with she doing.
My name is Delshawn Lynch. I'm the founder of Amir Alliance for Success. It's the 6th annual Hip Hop Summit. I want to leave a message to the youth. I'm going to let them know how proud I am of them and just their motivation to get through this pandemic. I know it was a tough time where you couldn't go see family, couldn't go see your friends, you couldn't do your hobbies, couldn't play sports. But for you guys to be able to adapt to the situation that was at hand, I'm proud of you guys. This is, if you went through this and we made through this, we can make it through anything. So I want to say I'm proud of the community for actually stepping up and making sure the community had food, water, clothes. So shout out to the community for stepping up. Paving Great Futures, y'all gave some of the kids some outlets just to get outside, to come volunteer and give back. So we thank you for that.
Next up, we got Lil Easy. Oh, he got the chain shining and everything, man. He ready. He got the rapper lip.
Wait, spin talent, man.
San Diego, what's up? Make some noise. Hey, we keep it glowing. Yeah, we keep it glowing. Yeah, we keep it glowing. Yeah, we keep it glowing. San Diego 619. That's my city till I die. And even after, look. I ain't giving up, they gotta take it from me, LMB. Lion made a pirate, ain't tapping in. Conversating with Granny, say she love me, she praying for me. Hungry, humble hustle, you know San Diego raised the youngin'. So when I ride, you know I'm reppin' Cali, man. Bigger than the program, man. Bigger than the family. Pretty ladies and Mercedes. Wet water like Miami. Generation face the battles of robbers, slinging the scales. Still strong. I wrote them dice, bet the 10 vote. Converted street money into crypto. Moving with the big folks. I got ocean views from this window. Been to turn it up, you better get low, control position. Yeah, we gon' work the work until the work is finished. On the shipment, you gon' pay the ticket when you know you own it. How many hands inside your 50 back before you hold it? Champagne, pop up emotions to the summer over pop up. Not the locals with me, but I keep it global. I was so close enough, don't get bad, so I keep it vocal. Ballin' on the lights, get action. Put them on the poster, game time. You know it's a sniper when the PC only moving intelligent. Accident is like accidents, contribution. Check your operation, check your narrative. Goals do better than the best, do better than. Marathon, I'm moving, I'm training to reach new measurements. Watch it so you flex it when you caught up in the reckless twist. I can take your turn, break your circle, get your record fix. Making them more extra shit. Moving presidential, pop like soda, extra official, never sputters. Dental
greatness. Yeah, this year is greatness. Yeah, this year amazing. And this year I'll be doing amazing. Yeah. Just seen his prom picture yesterday. I just saw him at prom yesterday. What's up? It's just and some superstars they had tonight
though. My name is Brandon Dominique Williams, and I'm here to speak on behalf of my brother's name, which is Major Williams. He died almost a year ago. It was an accidental death. Was accidental death of fentanyl, not knowingly using fentanyl, so it was an accidental death. Fentanyl's original use is it's an elephant tranquilizer. So we know how big elephants are. So just imagine what that'll do to a 5'9", 5'10" human being. Well, they're using it as a cutting agent. They're mixing it in a lot of your drugs that you're using now. So fentanyl's even making its way to the weed now, which is really scary because everybody's using weed as a recreational. But they're mixing it in cocaine as well. Heroin, I believe, and you have people who are knowingly doing fentanyl, but that's a different form of it. That's a less potent form of fentanyl.
Who is Major Williams, Mac Mucho?
It was this unconditional love from him. It didn't matter what kind of person. It didn't matter what kind of person you were. It was just unconditional love. He's always happy to see you. For the ladies, he's like their favorite teddy bear. For the bros, he's like your best friend. First off, you can't trust everybody, obviously. And you always have to know who you're dealing with. At all times, you have to know who you're dealing with. And I would just tell the kids, just don't fall into something you can't get out of, or you're not knowingly doing it, or you don't know what effects it's going to have on you, and possibly when you're gone, what effects it's going to have on your family and everyone else who's here, who has to deal with you not being here anymore. There's alternatives to a way to, connect to people. It doesn't have to be through recreational use of drugs or alcohol. You can have fun being sober. There's nothing wrong with being sober and having fun.
What's up? It's your girl Cuban Mimi here live at Paving Great Futures, here to give you a word. Check it out. If you out here doing music or you out here pursuing a dream, go ahead and be yourself, own your own truth. And remember always, stay away from anything negative, because those who say they're your friends today might be your haters tomorrow. So always stick to your truth and be yourself, and always, no matter what, respect the game, because the game ain't gonna respect you unless you respect us.
Next up, we got the returning winner, starting ball.
Said he gotta get a moon, babe. said he gotta get him, baby. Yeah. Wow. 34's back, get it, man. 34's back, get it, man. Look, 34's back, get it, look. Hey. Yeah. They say I'm black and I'm berry. The sweet of the juice. I'm standing strong for my city. You'll play my better than you. And then my Latino babies, I love them all because they raised me. I wouldn't have it no different. I love the struggle. It's crazy. Spring back in the France, get alcohol in Japan. Never been in situations I don't know where I am. Politics for hours since I know my city get windy. I'm putting on for Filipinos up in national city. I be lying on mine. I see the beach on the time now. 34 is different. You can do it with blindfold. Tell you top of me is like walking on tightrope. I can kill the beat to run it back with my eyes low. Love everybody who believe to be more than me. Felt so many times I think my body too short for me. Pressure to the Lord, I know he handled the source for me. Love everybody, man, I know what's in store for me. Look, I know I'm anti-social. Some think I'm way too vocal. God hurts for more than locals. SD, we keep it going. I know I'm anti-social. Some think I'm way too vocal. God hurts for more than locals. Wait, cut the beat. Hey, look. Je suis à ton la moment, je vois être dans la monde. Et sur tu veux pas bien, donc pour la France. Non, je suis à ton la moment, je vois être dans la monde. Écriture sur papier, l'argent pour réponse. Je le monde est pas de l'euro, je dis j'entends. Mais à moi je suis un roi et n'a pas de réponse. Tu l'as changé, dit est vrai, et les gars de la cœur. Obtenez la partout, je mets ça sur ma soeur. Est-ce que j'ai gagné la question de la heure? Je fais ça trop gros, mais le temps très peur. Peur comme la chatte ou les autres de bas. Mais c'est dirty for you, feel it comme ci, comme ça. When I make it on my dream, so I'ma get it on top. I put a lot into my city and I mean not a lot. It takes a village, but we got a city. Say it's dirty, baby, you the one of many really. Conversate my destination, don't question me. But everybody in my city know my destiny. So, look.
Listen. The champ, for a reason last year, everybody did a great job today. So make a round of applause for everybody that came out. How old are you, 34? 17, right? Keep it going, keep the pen strong, keep the passion. Because if you do this for longer, it's gonna resonate and everything is gonna fall in your favor.
Hey, one thing about freshers the head of my section, ain't never been scared to get down. Right back to business, I stepped into town and got back on the mound like I ain't even bounced. All my friends are rappers, real as that sounds. Bodies of sucking MCs on the ground. At my desk getting, like my name Bill, need a COVID test, I swear that boy ill. Rocket go boom, boy, you might need a shield. Yo, you wanted to pay me. Big kahuna, how we coming so wavy. Do the dash with a bad baby. What you got, man?
Yeah, man. You know, we out here in my pop-up shop, and my boy K Fresh, he just spit that dope fire for you. And we just wanted to kick a little game on y'all about branding, and because a lot of, you know, it's hot right now. A lot of people are starting brands. It's a thing to do, and it's like the gold rush. You know, it's like the gold rush. Like we didn't always have this opportunity to take advantage of this movement that we have here now, and now that we do. It's brothers like us, we like to kick the game and you know, spread it around, because for me personally, I didn't have a lot of brothers who was telling me anything more than, you know, sell drugs or, you know, pimp, you know what I'm saying, or steal cars or do things like that. So now that I'm in a position to be able to, you know, spread the light, you know, I got to be the change I want to see. So, you know, just want to kick some game on how, you know, how you can build your brand, because regardless of whether you realize it or not, you are a brand, even if you don't even want to acknowledge it. You are a brand, and the best definition I heard of a brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. So your brand is basically what you living. It's before you get a logo. It's before you make a graphic or a T-shirt. It's what people identify you. Oh, that's the person. If you're the dude that's always skateboarding, you know what I'm saying? And you know that's how people identify you. You may have a potential skateboarding brand that you could do. Or if you're the dude who's, you know, you really active in the gym and everything like that, that could be your brand if that's part of your lifestyle. You know what I mean? So the main thing I say is your brand got to be what you living. You know?
Facts. That's true, man. You know, the only thing I could really, you know, caveat on top of that is just to keep going, man. Don't stop. If you got something that you're really trying to do that you believe in, focus on that. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it, you know. Your passion, you feed that. You know, this your energy. Manifest that and go hard. Don't stop. You dig?
It's gonna be a lot of people that tell you can't do it. That's for sure. There's gonna be a lot of people
more
that
people
doubt.
telling you can't than people that tell you can't do it.
For sure. Sometimes those gonna be the closest people to you.
Yeah.
You know, like they say, the best way to ruin a big dream is tell it to a small-minded person. You know, so you got to make sure, you know what I mean, that you got to protect your energy, you got to protect your dream, because the dreams is actually the money. You know what I'm saying? The money is just the paper that is printed, but this is what's actually the money. So you got to protect that. You know, and you share it with everybody. You got to share it with certain people and everything. And like you said, man, just don't give up. You know, you can do anything you want to do. You know.
Indeed. You know, so yeah, shout out to Paving Great Futures. You know, Hip Hop Summit.
Next up, we got Elijah, man. We ain't forget about you, brothers. It's a misunderstanding. Hands up. You ready?
That's what happens when you hire Steve Harvey to call it in. Hey, I told them they could mess up. I paid top dollar to get them down here.
How old are you, son? I see full beards and stuff. I'm really here to show y'all that I'm really in the best, and I really came to pass extra tests. And I'm working on my lyrics, I ain't never need a rest. I got people in my DMs and people in my requests, and I'm spitting on my boards, so now I go to my quest, and the flow's so easy that I never need to stress. And I hope that you are feeling it, hope that you are impressed. Don't forget, I can be mobile. Everybody know that you be working by the T-Mobile. One day I'm a board, and then I'm gonna be local. I can rap but can't sing, need to work on my vocals. But I can't compete. Jimmy told me about it, so I had to come to eat. And I really came to win, and I'm not trying to get it beat. And when they get this money, then I'm gonna take a seat like, whoa. I be writing lyrics at 1 o'clock in the morning. I come with a banger, but I come without a warning. Niggas so excited when they hear that I'm performing. Rapping with my talent, that is the point. 3 minutes non-stop, that's exactly how life is gonna prove to be about. Hopefully one day I'll blow it, then I'll go be at the top. Hopefully one day you see me dropping in the job spot. Hopefully one day you see me shopping at the big shops. Wanna make big, I don't wanna pick up the phone. Wanna make up on the bags, I don't wanna be a flop. I'ma keep on going till I get stopped by the cops. Like, hold on, cause I'm really on the mission. Trying to make sure that I win it, cause we in a competition. Trying to be in first position, got me on with no addition. Blowing that, that's recognition. You know this is first edition, and yes, we're on the conditions. You know that I'm never missing. But I'm about to pass the mission, and I did it with permission. 2020 expedition. Man, this is nothing to me. I'll be making music because this is something to me. They is really getting know what I'm becoming to me. They is really coming, so they coming for me. Yeah, that's the thing.
Hello, my name is Joseph Johnson. My friends call me Jody, and you know I'm here to tell my story and my experiences from fentanyl, painkillers, and other drugs that us as a people we shouldn't be using. My story starts back when I was dating a girl and she would get a prescription of 600 pills a month, and I started off taking 2 or 3 a day to 4 or 5 a day till my tolerance got built up to 25 Norcos, 25 Percocets a day. And that led me to doing, you know, a whole bunch of crimes to get sent to prison. And that's where, you know, my downfall, it all started. And it was a tough road, a tough life, you know, with having as many kids as I got and really letting them down. And the biggest thing about a pill addiction is the withdrawals. And I know a lot of people right now are, you know, taking fentanyl, but before fentanyl, it was just a regular pill addiction. You know, just how the crack hit in the 80s, for our generation, it's prescription pills, fentanyl, and lean. It's a very, very bad opiate thing going on within, you know, this country. And like I said, I started off, you know, taking a few pills here and there, and my tolerance got up to 25 pills a day, to the point that I'm spending $350 a day just on pills, chasing my high. And, you know, I would go inside people's houses and, you know, burglarize their house, so I can be able to take care of my children and also feed my habit. And the money that I was using to take care of my kids, the money that I was getting from, me committing crimes, I would take part of it, take care of my kids, pay our bills, whatever I need to do, and the money that I should have been saving, I would get high with it. And the main thing with addicts, and they keep on using these prescription pills, is because of the withdrawals. The withdrawals are like the most wickedest thing that you could ever experience in life. Like, your body produces a chemical, your brain produces a chemical that kind of, helps your body deal with pain. And once you get on with taking these pills or taking fentanyl, your body stops producing those pains and you feel basically everything that's going on. And I go to prison, I'm clean for a little bit, but I'm still an addict. I still have an addiction, I still have things that I'm battling. And I started using drugs, lightweight in prison, and then when it was time for me to come home, I cleaned myself up, and coronavirus hit, we're on lockdown, we don't have to go check in for parole, we don't have to do anything, no piss test or anything like that, so I figured that I can dibble and dabble. And that's one thing about an addict, you think that you have everything under control, when deep down inside, you don't have anything control. The opiates, the fentanyl, that controls your life. It controls everything. If you being a man, you being a woman, you can't do anything without it. Like, I couldn't go to work, I couldn't do nothing without this pill or without this drug. So I started dibbling and dabbling every here and now and then, and next thing you know, it turned out to a full-blown addiction all over again. I seen 2016 starting to happen. I lost a few friends before I even had my episode, and one of my good friends, Major, we call him Mac Mucho, when he passed away, this is how I knew that this fentanyl drug was very, very serious, because you had a few of us that were in the parking lot at the candlelight getting high off the same drug that just took our friend. And that was ridiculous. So the Monday after his funeral, I believe it was probably Sunday night, I'm doing cocaine, I'm popping regular Percocets, and I'm sniffing fentanyl. So come that morning, I'm doing drugs all day. Come nightfall, I was getting my palate ready, I'm getting everything ready so I can, lay down and, end my night. But I was pacing back and forth, and God put my roommate at home at the right time. So I ended up talking to him about my nose being stopped up. He said there's a nasal spray in the cabinet. So I go to the cabinet, I go get me some nasal spray, I hit it up my nose. Come to find out, it was Narcan. And I had a very, very bad reaction, but deep down inside, I was overdosing. And, God put my roommate there at the right time, and it saved my life. And any advice that I can give anybody out there that's, having this problem with these pills is to go get help. I know a lot of you don't want to leave your children, you don't want to leave your family. Deep down inside that, you might end up leaving them anyway. Because that was one of the things that I said. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to go to rehab because I didn't want to leave my girlfriend. I didn't want to leave my kids. I ended up committing crimes, and I ended up leaving them anyway. In all actuality, I could have went to the rehab, and I wouldn't have these 6 strikes that I have now. I wouldn't have had these 12 home invasions on my record right now. Like, it's hard for me to get a job, a good job at that. So these drugs just don't mess up one part of your life. It'll mess up numerous things in your life. Messes relationships up. Relationships with your children, relationships with your mother, to the point that these people don't trust you anymore because you let them down so many times. And it's all because of a moment high. I look back on it, it's nothing worth it. Anything like that, anything that I have to worry about me dying off of is not worth it to me. Like that's not having fun. Every time you sniff that drug, you pop that drug, you're playing Russian roulette with your life. And I know a lot of people are dying, they're recreational users. And they're not even knowing that this drug is in the drug that they're taking. I've been taking this for a long time now. I've been getting it from the same person. I know who I'm getting it from, but deep down inside, we don't know who they're getting it from. We're not the ones bringing this drug into this country. And it touches so many hands before it reaches you. So this is just like playing Russian roulette. You might as well just get a gun and put it to your head and, you know, play the game. Because that's exactly what you're doing. And it's taken so many lives. I remember me being in the hospital that night, and the doctor came up to me and told me it was a, I think, 18 or 21-year-old girl and on life support right now fighting for her life. But the drug has you so much, it's like has this hold on you. The next day, I'm still popping pills. When I got back from the hospital that night when I overdosed, I woke up the next morning and went right to my drawer to get the rest of the pills I had, and I took them, you know, because I didn't want to have to deal with this sickness. And addiction is a disease. It's a problem that we've been having through this country for a long time now. And we can't just blame ourselves. We have to blame others that are involved in these situations. For instance, the doctors. You'll go in for a surgery today and a doctor will give you prescription pills to deal with your pain. But the doctor is not telling you that once you take these pills for a month or so, you're going to be dependent off of them. And it's hard to get off. The whole program helps us. I take Suboxone now, and the Suboxone blocks any type of opiate, any type of fentanyl. It'll block it out of my system. And I won't be able to get high off of it, and I won't be able to overdose. But my main thing is that, you know, this drug is floating in these streets and people are not knowing. People are not aware of what's going on. And I think I was taking pills for about 10 to 13 years, nonstop, every single day. Like, I did not miss a day. I didn't miss a beat. I would make sure that I went out at night to go rob someone's house, to go rob their car, or whatever I can do, so I can provide for my children. I also can take care of my high. And I always provide for my children so I won't feel, you know, like a junkie. But deep down inside, you know, I was a junkie, I'm an addict. And I'm in recovery now. You know, I'm taking the steps that I need to take to get my life back together. You know, getting back to work, being back in my children's lives, and staying sober. Because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all, you know. I've seen guys sit there and sniff 10 fentanyl pills, you know, and we're really playing with our lives. Like, I cannot stress it enough on how this is tearing our community up. We have to worry about the police, we have to worry about gang violence, and now we have to worry about a drug that's floating around these streets and taking on our people just as fast as anything else, just as fast as gun violence, you know. And it's a problem that we have to tackle. You know, we have to get to the youth and let them know that that one moment of partying is not worth leaving this earth for the rest of your life. And a lot of people don't think that it can happen to them. We see it happen to others. I've seen 10 people since I've been home from prison die from fentanyl, you know, and I could have been one of them. I almost was one of them. And I think about how my children feel, like, you know, like my dad died of a drug overdose, you know, and that's something that I can't live with it, and I can't even die with thinking that that's okay, you know. Just sitting there in the hospital accepting the fact that you're about to die because of a moment that I wanted to sit and chill and have fun with my friends and do cocaine, sip lean, and take prescription pills. Knowing that I just lost some friends. And I know that if we can turn the hand of time back, you know, they wouldn't even have taken that drug that night. And it's out there, it's floating, and nobody knows. And I want to be one of the people that speaks out and that fights, you know, for us. If nobody else is going to fight for us, I know we're going to fight for each other, you know. And, you know, there's 12-step programs that you can go to. There's clinics that you can go to. Anything that can help you with the withdrawals. You know, you just have to do the research. You have to talk to the people, you know, and surround yourself around people who don't do the things that you used to do. You know, that's my main thing now. I hang around people that don't do these drugs, you know. And now I feel good. I feel good waking up every morning. I'm not in pain. I'm not, you know, jonesing for some type of drug. I'm just normal. Man, I love feeling normal. And one thing about that drug, it'll have you thinking you're normal and you thinking that this is life, but in all, you're suffering. You're killing yourself on the inside. And like, man, I just cannot stress it enough that, you know, that it's going to be a hard fight. It's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a long one. But I know together we can fight against fentanyl and we can get our community back.
Hey, let me talk to you real quick. Come here. Come over here. Come on real quick. Ask Coney. Ask Coney. Over there? All right, bro. What happened? Hey, come here. I'm talking to you, man. Come here. Give me a few seconds. Let me talk to you real quick. Back in. Give me a few seconds. Let me talk to you real quick.
No deadbeats in the set. And we could all point out the faults in our baby mama. Cause we've been doing that. But at this point, what have we been doing? Where's our self-accountability? How was we wrong? I ain't had nobody telling me what I be telling you. Since I was 10, promised to give you the truth, not the dream life been selling you. Shit, I couldn't have seen it was gonna be a Markville 1, let alone Markville Deuce. But the same God will protect us both. And Lilville, you got the juice. Me and your mama had you too young, I can agree up on our first mistake. But since God don't make none, I stayed down with no hesitate. And now we can fast forward all the way to 20 of them years. I guess that make us 1 year away from having a toast and yelling cheers. You remember that day you got in my car and I shot you to pee? I knew then to get through to you would take the other side of me. But I was wrong, all the way wrong, cause ain't no book to this shit. Sometime it take us to get to the end before we look at this shit. So our kids could live fat, better than we did when we was little hitters. Some of our friends weren't our real friends, but some of the homies was really with us. Your life ain't no different, that's the hardest part to explain. I show vengeance, violence, and hatred, cause underneath there's so much pain. So much pain, so much pain, so much pain.
Tell me how can we start? Trapped in the dark. Tell me how can we start?
What good is the game if it take you away from your kids that have the nerve to cuss their mama out and call her a bitch? The jail wanna take you under and the jealous want you strapped. Pay close attention to your time, cause time you can never get back. Do you remember when I seen you at the trolley and told you Mac on was dead? We was in the middle of not talking, but they put me back on your head. Afterwards you put back on that red, and I can remember the days. For me that was the day before yesterday. Sometimes we stuck in our ways. Did my best to keep you close. Who could've taught it better than me? But then you caught your first case of part 2 felony, and I was like, listen, I got this job and I can put you on, but I guess I could put you on could only been the name of the song. Remember you big bro, 2 little brothers and a sister, and if my daughter's sitting next to you, please tell her I miss her. Tell her I miss her. Tell her I miss her. Tell her I miss her.
Dark, tell me how can we start? Trapped in the dark. Tell me how can we start?
It's like we caught in a blizzard, a cycle doomed to repeat until we put the cycle down and choose to use our 2 feet. Just wanted to spare you the headache, cause I've been there, best believe. One day you gon' be somebody daddy and only then you will see. Man, my own dad at 13, so the first half of raising you I made up. Point I'm making is I could've never realized what was at stake, but I did my best and that's a fact that they could never deny. Let nothing tear you for your kids, think back and let me be why. I want you to learn from my stories so you could do your thing different, cause this a lot of our stories when it comes to our children.
Trapped in the dark, tell me how can we start? Trapped in the dark, tell me how can we start? Trapping, where do we start?
First things first, shout out to everybody who came out and did their thing. There was nobody who did not do their thing. Everybody was great today. Shout out to everybody who came out. Round of applause.
Hey, real quick, really big shout out to everybody that came and supported. This is really important for the kids. Like when we was to Paving Great Futures for doing this, hosting this for so many years, still going, still about the community, still about the kids. This is real big. And we need everybody's support too.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's support will take this to higher heights as well. So yeah, shout out to everybody that came out, all the kids, y'all crazy. I need some features. Like I'm about to hit y'all. Who is your manager? Like I'm about to hit him in the CIA. You feel me?
And to the performance, y'all did a wonderful, wonderful job. Give a round of applause to all the kids. Please get the stage. They deserve it here. They deserve that. And give them a round of applause when you see them on the streets too, okay? Make sure they know they are loved, okay? This don't end here. All right, this is for them to get in the mix with us here. You might not be a formal mentor in no program and all that crap, but you are a mentor and you're a leader. All y'all old folks in the room, okay? So make sure you set an example and you giving love to these youth.
Hey, it's that time. I'm here to announce the winners of the Youth Hip Hop Summit hosted by Paving Great Futures. In third place, we got the talented, the wonderful Lil Alex. Everybody give it up for Lil Alex. Second place, we got my guy, my boy, the one, Lil Lameezy. Second place, you did your thing, my boy. First place, let me double back. First place is the one, the undisputed champ, 30 Foes. 30 Foes. First place. Hey, shout out to everybody that entered the contest. It was an amazing event. I had such a good time hosting it with my boy Lil Weirdo. We had such a good time. We look forward to doing many more in the future. And I hope that y'all pull up in the future as well. Hey, 2021 Youth Hip Hop Summit is a wrap. See y'all next year.
Hi, my name is Armand King, COO and co-founder of Paving Great Futures, also known as the piece of the puzzle without the muzzle. And first and foremost, I just want to give special, thanks and gratitude to everybody involved in the San Diego Youth Hip Hop Leadership Summit, from the judges to our host Ryan Anthony and Lil Weirdo, to all of the excellent youth performers that came out, and all of the sponsors and supporters, the judges that came from all walks of San Diego hip hop life. Thank you. You know, the San Diego Youth Hip Hop Summit has been held annually for 6 years, usually at the San Diego State University campus. This is the first year that we went virtual, and due to the pandemic, everybody knows it's not new. So due to the pandemic, we adjusted and we had to get something out. We wanted to get something out and to continue to uplift our youth using hip hop as the Trojan horse to do that. So thank you. And for those who have never been in attendance at the Hip Hop Summit, that was your visual, that was your view of what we do. Yes, and even though today you got a glimpse of what the San Diego Hip Hop Leadership Summit was, you got to see a great contest and got some entertainment, but you also got some good information and some good knowledge. And I want to focus in on what we're really dealing with and pushing this awareness of fentanyl that is out there. You know, it's being found in drugs that people are using as using for recreation, using to party, but it's being snuck into the Percocets, into the cocaine, into different things. So, this is a non-judgment zone. I've battled with addiction myself, been there, done that, got close homies, family members, we've been through it. So this is not judgment, but it's super awareness, because we are dying. Literally in this past year, I've lost 9 close friends that I know to fentanyl overdoses, and it's been an uptick of over 200% from 2019 to 2020 of the deaths. In San Diego County alone, we lost over 450 individuals in 2020. The year before that, it was a little over 100. That is a serious issue that we must address, we must talk about, and be aware. This event is not only dedicated to the youth and getting the awareness and the entertainment to the world, but also we want to special dedication of this event to some individuals that meant a lot to Paving Great Futures and just to our community. One, my first friend that I ever lost to fentanyl overdose, William Wagner. We had a mentee, Greggy Pruitt, who did not die of fentanyl, but died of an overdose this year, a few months ago. We lost Summer Bridges. We also lost King Mucho, better known as Major Williams. Pillars of our community, friends, family members. We're losing sons, we're losing daughters.
So we need to pay extra special attention. And if any message is given out today, we want to make sure that's out there, spread the awareness. As you notice, there's not a major push in the media. There's not a major push on social media, in the media, that's getting our community specifically aware of this. So we have to do it. And with many other issues that we face as a community, many other troubles that we face, this is just one of them. But we need to tell ourselves, we need to help ourselves, and we need to spread this awareness because, as we've said before, the cavalry is not coming. We have to save ourselves. Thank you again for tuning into the San Diego Youth Hip Hop Leadership Summit. We'll be back next year. Hopefully, if no new pandemics or anything arise, we'll be back live at San Diego State University. Thank you again to everybody. Have a great night.